I'm here with Jordan Branch. She's from Windsor, and she was on The Bachelor. It was super exciting to watch somebody from our hometown be on this major ABC show, especially because my wife's such a fan of the show. It's like on in the background every single winter of my life. So it was fun to have somebody to root for. Jordan joining us. So here's the question I've always wondered about with these shows. Like, if I want to get hired by this company, Town Square Media, I got to go with the company line. I go in and I say, hey, I'm going to create great blog posts for you. I'm going to create great local radio. I tell them that I'm going to do what they want to get accomplished, right?
Sure.
So every woman who applies for The Bachelor is in love with the person who's The Bachelor before they've even met them.
Right.
How does that work?
Well, infatuation, I think, and
fake, or did you just say it because you want to be on the show, or
no? And I mean, they don't necessarily just ask you. You know, they say, "Who would you like it to be?" And not "Are you in love?" but things like that. If you watched the one episode, I moved the ring from one finger to the other, saying whatever I said, and I think that they want you to be very. I don't even know.
They want a good, strong possibility.
I mean, that you like the guy, hopefully. And, but I mean, at the time that I went to casting, they weren't even sure who The Bachelor was going to be. So, it was kind of hard to, they would say, who do you want it to be? Oh, I want it to be Chris because this, whatever. And yeah, I did. I loved him. So I thought, and, once I had already been cut off, sent home and cut off and sent home. Then I went back, and after having that one-on-one time with him that I didn't get to have the first, couple of days that I was there, I realized that I wasn't. And so, that was okay. That's why I don't regret going back and doing what I did.
Yeah. Well, speaking of being cut off, in week 2, you got famously drunk. It brought up a lot of things.
Sure.
I mean, they were talking about you on The View. What was it like to see Rosie ODonnell declare that you have a substance abuse problem?
Yeah, it sucked in, the context that I was, how I was portrayed. I know that I'm not always like that. So I have to say, it was kind of cool to have Rosie O'Donnell talking about me, but I wish it wouldn't have been in how it had happened. But I saw myself on Ellen DeGeneres and or TMZ writing about me. It was kind of nuts, but it wasn't in a great light. But exactly why I knew at the time of filming that I needed to go back and take the opportunity to redeem myself, which I think that I did pretty well. And it doesn't take back, my previous actions, but I was happy with the outcome. And, not to say that I don't regret getting drunk, because I absolutely do. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of a win-lose.
They had a lot of footage that they could choose from.
Sure.
Right? They can cut the show to be probably almost anything that they want it to be with the amount of footage that they shoot, which I assume is a lot, right?
Right.
Like, were you drunk the entire time that you were there?
No, absolutely not.
Not even close?
Not
like,
even,
what was the percentage of time that you were, sloppy drunk while you were there? Small?
I mean, I was drinking all day. So by the end of the night, as far as the twerking
What were you drinking?
Wine, whiskey.
Wine and whiskey. That's a great combination.
Right?
I used to do that all the time.
This is one after the other. I mean, there was those couple of nights that I did get super tipsy, but the sloppy drunk, that was the 2 nights that they showed. And I guess I was in the house only for 4, but
So that was 4 nights by the time we got to the second roast. Is there a roast ceremony every night?
No, they do it every 4 days. So it's not your typical week. They do the dates, roast ceremony. So yeah, I was in the house for a total of 4 days.
What a difference I think it makes, though, even from the beginning of when The Bachelor started to 2015, 2014, because, I mean, with social media, it was like, man, if it was 10 years ago even.
Right. And I mean, all the blog posts that people can write about, I mean, there's just stuff on every website, you know, if it's more so than there are in magazines now, but it's such easy access to get online and write. So,
was there any big lesson that you take away from it? Are you still processing?
I think I am, but yeah, I mean, the biggest lesson is I don't want to be known as that. And I've never had the chance to watch myself back on national television. And it was very uncomfortable. It was very uncomfortable for, I think, a lot of people. It was awkward, you know, the whole makeout talk. So I'd say the biggest thing that I would take away from all of this is get the drinking, you know, under control.
So I just one more thing about that. The second week, you were watching, I follow you on Facebook. So, like, were you watching it with a group of people? Was it like a bachelor party and you were the star because you were on the show, and then all of a sudden it was like drunken train wreck? Or
No. So ABC had put out like some little clips, and so I was directed to the clip of the makeout, and no, I was like hiding under my covers watching it. So
were you at a party?
No, I was not at a party.
Okay.
I was with just my roommate, and yeah, no, I knew it was going to be, you know, and they had to show, because I went back, they had to show my absolute worst moments.
Yeah.
So after I saw the first clip, I'm like, oh gosh.
What a weird sort of confluence of events where, you know, you probably got too drunk, but they could choose what to show. So it's like really a mix of two kind of things, I think.
Yeah. And I mean, then when I went back, they focused on, you know, that I got sent home because I was drinking too much.
Yeah.
So I think
all the girls had their claws out. They were looking for any reason they could find to, like, discredit you in hopes that you wouldn't sneak back in somehow and, you know, take one of their roses.
Right.
What are the rose ceremonies like? Are they super tense?
Yes. Oh, they're awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
And you really have no clue who he's going to give the rose to or not give the rose to.
There's a few. So like each date they'll have a rose. So 3 girls will all, you know, before the rose ceremony will have a rose.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, the night that I got sent home, I was shocked. I thought, like, I remember having a great conversation with him in the beginning, and then I don't know what happened. Like, that was, yeah, it's not how I remember the night going.
You thought you rocked it, huh?
Totally. I was like, I got this. This is so great. Like, we had an awesome conversation, but yeah, then I guess the second or third time that we were able to talk, it got turned upside down.
So then what do you do moving forward? I mean, what's life like now? What are you doing?
So now I have graduated from CU Denver. I graduated before I went on the show, so I don't know why they say student. And then I just got my real estate license. Have a boyfriend. So life is good. I'm just trying to figure out my next move as far as getting a job and letting this all get behind me.
Any more reality TV?
No.
In your future?
Never.
Come on. If you had a Bachelor in Paradise chance, would you go?
No.
Isn't there the spinoff show?
Yeah. I did want to go. I really wanted to go, but no, I am absolutely in love, and I don't want to. I'm not going to jeopardize that by going on another dating show. Amazing Race, maybe that would be awesome, but I'd have to get in shape for that. And but no, I don't see myself on reality TV any longer.
All right. Well, it was fun watching while you were on.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Thanks a lot, Jordan.
Thanks, Paul.